Hi gents, welcome to Friendship Shaving. Hope you're doing okay this week. Now, I've got a soap for you that I'm not sure about. It's Mitchell's Wool Fat Soap. And I should explain straight away that it is without doubt a good soap. It was developed in 1930 by a Yorkshire chemist, a Mr. Fred Mitchell, and they still produce the soap to the same recipe today, 87 years later. So I think that fact alone is testament to the fact that it is a really, really good quality soap. Just take my glasses off, excuse me. Now, the reason I'm not sure about it is that after I've shaved, and I've been using it for a few days on and off now, but a few hours after I've shaved, it feels as if my skin is over moisturised. It's very difficult to describe. When I touch my face with my hand, there's no oil or grease or anything like that, but it does feel as if I've got some sort of coating on my skin. Well, it feels like my skin is over moisturised. I have had it before with some soaps that have a lot of shea butter added to the soap for moisturisation purposes after the soap has been saponified. So this is an odd one, and I've tried all sorts of things to see if I can get a different shave. I tried it with hot water. I've tried a cold water shave. The reasoning being that perhaps the hot water was opening up my pores and allowing the lanolin part of the wool fat to soak in too much. That didn't seem to make any difference. So tonight, I'm using my Neutrogena face scrub, which is specifically made for pre-shave preparation, and it's got a lot of glycerine in it. So maybe the glycerine in the soap will protect my skin and stop it being over moisturised. We shall see. I also should say that when you put this soap on, it feels lovely. It really feels nice on the skin. It provides a really, really good cushion, and the razor does slide on the skin really very nicely indeed. It's a soap for sensitive skin, so as I'm smelling it now, there's no obvious strong scent. There certainly aren't any strong scents, but it smells very much like a very nice, good quality, simple soap. It's a very nice clean smell. I'm using my Gillette Slim tonight, gents, just so you know, with a Rapira Swedish Supersteel blade. There we are, there's the first pass. So I hope using the Neutrogena that this will work for me. Certainly the day after I shave, my skin feels amazing. You know, and I can't stop going like this because my face feels fantastic the day after. But as I say, it's just a few hours after I shave, before I go to bed. It feels quite, well, a bit, I don't know, just strange. Not really uncomfortable, but it's very difficult to describe. Now the other thing about soap is I'm not getting a great lather, as you can see. It's okay. Certainly enough for a good shave. But I've heard that Mitchell's wool fat is quite particular and has a, you know, you have to find a certain technique. Now what I've done, I've followed some advice because it is a very, very hard puck of soap. And the advice I got was to soak the puck in water for 24 hours, because when you get it, it's short of the bowl by 2 or 3 millimeters, and it either comes in this wooden bowl or in its own ceramic bowl. Now I don't think you could do that with another soap, because for 12 hours nothing happened, and I mean nothing. It just sat in the water. You know, it didn't affect the soap, the water didn't go down, and it was only after 12 hours that it slowly started to absorb that little bit of water that I put in and expand a little to fill the bowl. Now that has certainly made it a little bit easier to, it's certainly easy to load my brush, but I'm still not getting, you know, that full-on foam everywhere lather that we kind of try and get. Now that's the second pass, and I tell you, my skin, it does feel amazing. It completely feels amazing. Obviously I've got a bit of a cushion from the soap, and I've also got a bit of a cushion from the glycerine, so we'll wash that off shortly, and I will have to see how my skin feels this evening. I do hope it works. Fingers crossed. I've just added a tiny drop of moisture to that brush, just to bring out the a bit extra soap. Now I've been trying to use some new blades that I haven't got on with, so it's a bit of a strange shaved review tonight. But the blades I didn't like were these super stainless Big Ben. They're made by the Lord company, which I believe are an Indian company. They weren't too bad going with the grain. I wouldn't say they were great, but they certainly weren't too bad. But as soon as I went across the grain, or heaven forbid, against the grain, they absolutely cut me to pieces. I've tried on a number of occasions with various blades from that packet, and I'm afraid that packet are going in the bin because they're just not for me. I don't know whether it was a duff packet or whether they are all like that. I have no idea. So I'd be quite interested to hear your views on them, if you've used them before. In fact, I bought them because I watched a video and a gentleman in the video said how he thought they were great. So I don't quite understand how the packet or the ones I tried have been so bad. Right, third pass, here we go. I'm trying, after my sojourn into the world of straight razor shaving, I'm trying to stretch my skin a little bit when I use a safety razor. I think it really does make a difference. It's really not something I've bothered too much with before. But I do think it helps, and if I remember back to my childhood, I do remember my father always stretched his skin. Now whether that was because he grew up using a straight razor before he transitioned into a safety razor, I just do not know. But he always did it. So in some ways, by stretching my skin, I feel like I'm shaving in the way of my father, and that's a nice feeling, gotta tell you. Oop. The razor's just thrown itself off the windowsill. Thankfully, it landed in the toothpaste holder. So there's my third pass. Now, I know that the camera and the microphone will pick this up, but I really want to drain the water out of the sink and get a good wash to get this off. So bear with me a moment, please. There we go, that'll do. I just wanted a drop of hot, fresh water. So I'm gonna have a good rinse of my face now, and I'll be back in a moment. I've given the flannel a good rinse as well. Now, I would like to know, please, if you have experience of using Mitchell's wool fat. I'd very much like to know how you find it, particularly with regard to the over moisturisation aspect that I'm struggling with a little bit. It may be that, you know, this is a soap I just end up using once a week. Maybe we'll have Wool Fat Friday or something. But, yeah, well, we shall have to see how we go after this shave. Now, I'm just going to use, not going to use a moisturising aftershave tonight. I'm just going to use the sensitive skin one from Nivea. And I must just say, to those that contacted me and wished me happy birthday over the last couple of weeks, thank you very much indeed. It was really, really appreciated. And also to everybody else that sent me best wishes and wished me well, because I haven't been doing very well the last couple of weeks, even more so than usual. I've still got a bit of vertigo. That is easing, thankfully, but to all of you who wished me well and wished me to get better soon, thank you. Thank you so much. I think you're all very kind indeed. Now, gents, that's my shave. As I said, we'll have to wait and see how I go tonight with the wool fat. I will keep you informed. If I don't work out a way around this, I might trade that off because, you know, there are other soaps that I use that don't give that effect to me. I would imagine, and certainly it's recommended on their website, that it is very, very good for skin complaints. So I would totally imagine that if you had very dry skin, this would be a fantastic soap to use. Certainly on my hands. I mean, my hands, they feel amazing. So it's one to think about, gents, this week. And perhaps you'll do that. All the best to you now. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you shortly. Bye bye now.